My name is Samantha Bass. I'm owner of Samantha's Modeling. You are watching accesstv.org.
I'm Naisha McCauley, and you're watching accesstv.org.
My name is Miss Cleo, and welcome to Miss Cleo's Storytelling Corner on this very snowy day. But it looks like the sun is coming out. Let's hope that we have a wonderful day today and we all get to where we want to go. But thank you for tuning in. And I have a little quiz for you. I'm going to read you something this morning, and I have a little quiz for you. So listen carefully and see if you can answer this question. How many people do you know who are athletes? How about an athlete who has won 15 varsity letters in 4 different sports? An athlete who has also played professional football while at the same time being valedictorian of his university. Does this athlete also hold a law degree? How many scholar athlete performers can you name? Concert artists who have sold out shows around the world and who can perform in more than 25 different languages. Does this scholar, athlete, performer also act in Shakespearean and Broadway plays in the movies? Can you identify a scholar, athlete, performer who is also an activist for civil and human rights, someone who petitioned the President of the United States of America for an anti-lynching law, promoted African self-rule, helped victims of the Spanish Civil War, fought for India's independence, and championed equality for all human beings? Did this scholar, athlete, performer, activist also have to endure terrorism, bandit performances, racism, and discrimination throughout his career? Wow. I don't know personally any athlete like that. But who do you think this is? Anybody know?
Sidney Poitier.
Sidney Poitier. 15 languages? Has a law degree? 15 varsity letters? In 4 different sports? Okay, I'll tell you. I know some of you out there know, but I'll tell you now. Read a little bit about him, and also I have a little assignment for you. I hope you do it. Paul Robeson. Paul Robeson was all these things and more. Put on my glasses. He was the son of a former slave, born and raised during a period of segregation, lynching, and open racism. He earned a 4-year scholarship to Rutgers University, making him the 3rd African American to attend the school. There he was, a member of the prestigious Cap and Skull Honor Society, played 4 varsity sports: baseball, football, basketball, and track. won speech and debate tournaments, and managed to graduate valedictorian of his class. After graduation, Robeson applied his athletic ability to a short career in professional football. Aside from his prowess on the gridiron, he earned a law degree and changed the direction of his career. His legal career was cut short, however, after a secretary refused to take dictation from him solely because of the color of his skin. He left law and turned to his childhood love of acting and singing. Robeson starred in Shakespeare's Othello, the musical Showboat, and films such as Jericho and Proud Valley. He was one of the top performers of his time, earning more money than many white entertainers. His concert career spanned the globe: Vienna, Prague, Budapest, Berlin, Paris, Amsterdam, London, Moscow, New York, and Nairobi. Robeson travels opened his awareness to the universality of human suffering and oppression. He began to use his rich bass voice to speak out for independence, freedom, and equality for all people. He believed that artists should use their talent and expose to aid causes around the world. The artists must elect to fight for freedom or slavery. I have made my choice, he said. His philosophy drove Robeson to Spain during the Civil War, to Africa to promote self-determination, to India to aid in the independent movement, to London to fight for labor rights, and to the Soviet Union to promote anti-fascism. It was in the Soviet Union where he felt that people were treated equally. He could eat in any restaurant and walk through the front door of hotels, but in his own country, he faced discrimination and racism everywhere he went. While Robeson's activist role increased abroad, he met a dissent and intimidation in the United States. Rioters at his concert at Peekskill, New York in 1949 smashed the stage, torched the chairs, attacked concertgoers, and threatened Robeson's life. His outspokenness about human rights and his pro-Soviet stance made Robeson a prime target of militant anti-communists. In 1950, the State Department revoked his passport, thereby denying his right to travel and ultimately to earn income abroad. Robeson fought this injustice for years, vigorously, but with no success. He repeatedly reapplied for reinstatement of his passport, but was turned down. He filed a lawsuit against the State Department and faced discouraging delays, adverse decisions, and rejected appeals. Yet Robeson stuck to his principles and refused to swear an affidavit that he was not a communist. Whether I am or not a communist is irrelevant, he told the House Un-American Activities Committee in 1956. The question is whether American citizens, regardless of their political beliefs or sympathies, may enjoy their constitutional rights. In 1958, the U.S. Supreme Court finally agreed, ruling that the State Department could not deny citizens the right to travel because of their political beliefs or affiliations. To celebrate, Robeson gave his first New York concert in a decade at a sold-out Carnegie Hall. But the years of struggle had taken a personal professional toll. Negative public response and the ban on his travel led to the demise of his career. Before the 1950s, Robeson was one of the world's most famous entertainers and beloved American heroes, once being named Man of the Year by the National Association of the Advancement of Colored People. Despite all his accomplishments, Paul Robeson remains virtually ignored in American textbooks and history. The activities here are designed to introduce students to Paul Robeson and his many accomplishments and to address the issues of individual freedom versus national security. When I was a little girl, my aunt told me about these things, and I was living in 1956 when they took away his passport, and when he played some of his roles. He played Othello in 1934, which was unheard of a black man being a leading man on the movie screen. He's done so many wonderful things, and he fought for all people. And yet, most of us know very little about him. So my assignment to you is learn more about Paul Robeson. He fought before Martin Luther King or Malcolm X or many of the heroes that we know today. And he fought, and as they did, he lost his life earlier than he needed to because of his beliefs and because of his humanness. Thank you for being with me. Read a little, write a little, look up Paul Robeson, and I'll see you next time. You take care.